year in the Gambia, established in 1982, underscores the government's commitment to judicial independence, the rule of law and democratic governance. Justice Hassan P. Jallow provided a comprehensive review of the country's progress over the past year.
Given the complexity of the judicial process, the challenges posed by the increases in the case workload, the backlog created by the loss or the departure of members of the judiciary, and in the course of the year 2025, a total of 9,942 additional cases were filed before these courts, compared to 6,678 filed throughout 2024. We must therefore strengthen the capacity of the courts to hear and determine more cases, but we must at the same time continue to encourage the out-of-court settlement of civil disputes.
Hussein Tomasi, the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary, represented the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Dauda A. Jallow.
Over 100 legal advices were issued in respect of case files submitted by the Gambia Police Force, the Drug Law Enforcement Agency, and the National Agency Against Trafficking in Persons. These efforts reflect the Ministry's continued commitment to ensuring that prosecutorial decisions are grounded in law, evidence, and due process. The Civil Litigation and International Law Department recorded substantial activity during 2025, and as of January 2026, a total of 206 civil matters were pending before various courts, with land-related disputes constituting the majority.
In his address, President Adama Barrow emphasized the need for continued modernization of the justice system, improving public access and fostering trust in legal institutions.
A strong, independent and efficient judiciary is indispensable for peace, stability, good governance, and sustainable development. It is reassuring, therefore, that the implementation of the judiciary sector strategic plan has already yielded notable achievements. These include improvement on case management, enhanced access to justice.
The ceremony also announced the recruitment of 4 new first-class magistrates and 6 legal officers to address case backlogs and strengthened legal capacity. Importantly, it marks the start of a week-long program of activities, including the inauguration of the Special Criminal Division at Bakau Mile 7, judicial capacity building training for judges, magistrates and legal practitioners, and strategic planning sessions to set sector priorities for 2026. Osman Jata, QTV News.
President Adama Barrow, who is also the Secretary General and leader of the ruling National People's Party, NPP, last Saturday launched the NPP Success Women Enterprise Fund, an initiative aimed at strengthening women's economic participation within the National People's Party and its alliance partners. Aliou Cissé witnessed the event and now reports.
The fund, which is probably the first of its kind by a political party in the Gambia, was unveiled at the party's headquarters in Bondong and will provide interest-free revolving loans to registered NPP women members and the party's alliance partners women's groups to support small-scale businesses and income-generating activities. The initiative is being implemented in partnership with Salam Financial Services with a joint funding of $50 million, consisting of $25 million contributed by each funder. The president was joined by Lady Sajambala Barrow, Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow, cabinet ministers, senior party executives, and jubilant, mostly women supporters. President Barrow praised women for their unwavering loyalty and active role in the growth of the NPP, describing them as a pillar of the party's success.
When women succeed, families become strong. When families are strong, communities become more stable. And with stability, the nation moves forward.
He said the fund is a reflection of the party's commitment to placing women at the heart of development while urging beneficiaries to use resources responsibly and support one another. He called for unity among party supporters and sustained commitment to shared national values.
Let the fund symbolize discipline, honesty, and success. I am sure that You, the NPP female membership, and Gambian women in general, are now convinced that our party believes in you.
Sidi Sirif Sise, Administrative Secretary of the NPP, and Jundu Fati, CEO of Salam Financial Services, said despite their resilience and hard work, many Gambian women continue to face challenges in accessing financial support.
This initiative is not just a handout. It is about responsibility. It's about partnership. It's about opportunity.
Through this partnership, a total of $50 million has been made available. The NPP provided $25 million, I understand, financed by the President himself. Salam Financial Services has matched this with another $25 million loanable capital.
Women leaders including Fatou Kinte, the Minister of Gender, and Honorable Memuna Sise, a nominated National Assembly member, described the fund as timely and aligned with President Barrow's development agenda.
President Barrow doesn't play with the women of the Gambia, more especially those who are in NPP. This is the reason why, in addition to the Women Enterprise Fund for all women, he has come up with this other one also for the women of NPP.
Most of the 30 to 40% women, they are the breadwinners of their families. So based on that, when we sit and strategize, we said what we can do is, let's try to have an enterprise fund for them. That fund will help them, for them to create something for their living.
NPP women's mobilizers, including Aissatou Traoré, Mama Koma, and Jack Sise, and APRC National Women's Mobilizer Aissatou Jifanga Jajo, urge beneficiaries to ensure timely repayment so more women can benefit. NPP National President Musa Drame, who also serves as Minister of Fisheries, described the initiative as unprecedented in the country's political history. He also dismissed rumors that the president will not contest future elections, confirming that the president remains the party's candidate.
December 6th.
The event also featured awards of recognition presented to President Barrow for the initiative and for development achievements in Brufut. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
On Monday, the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council launched its 2026 Ramadan Food Drive initiative to ease food insecurity among the poor and vulnerable ahead of the holy month. More in this report. It comes at a critical time as Gambians continue to face ongoing fluctuations in the cost of basic commodities. By mobilizing resources, the Council seeks to ensure that low-income households across the country have access to essential food items for their suhoor and iftar meals. Khalifa Damfa, coordinator of the task force committee, shed more light on the initiative.
We targeted 1,000 needy families to feed with the items that we are coming to name. That is, number one, rice, sugar, and vegetable oil. This is the materials or food items we plan to give to these families. Therefore, we cannot do it alone. We call all Muslims in this country, including private sectors, government, institutions, businessmen, and any other philanthropy, to join with Supreme Islamic Council to do this program. Our campaign slogan is $100 for every Muslim in this country to feed your neighbor, to feed your family member, to feed your fellow Muslim brothers and sisters.
Imam Abdullah Fati stressed that philanthropy is both a humanitarian responsibility and a religious obligation, promoting compassion and unity during the sacred month of Ramadan. Sheikh Alhaji Esa Fude Dabo is the president of the Gambia Supreme Islamic Council.
Nibe karuwalin kankaro miyalunko kurin dinding asike baraji bati o defana nyanta parelo kamalo mu ye chansi baletide.
As we approach a month when even the smallest good deed is greatly multiplied, we should all prepare ourselves to take full advantage of this blessing. The Prophet said that a single good deed in Ramadan is rewarded many times over. It is truly a special month, so let us give generously for the sake of Allah. As Muslims, let us lead by example and inspire others through our actions.
Mohamed Lamin Sane, Secretary of the Media Committee, offered encouragement and provided contact numbers for those seeking further information.
We believe that this country has been blessed with people whose contribution can make an impact in this campaign. And we pleaded on you to be part of us in this humanitarian campaign so that we can feed our own people. If you also want to know any information about this campaign, you can call 3522-162 3876 310.
As the holy month draws near, the Council's efforts underscore a broader message of solidarity and collective responsibility in ensuring that the blessings of Ramadan reach every home. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News. We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have national and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
Start with what is on your plates. That is why the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, and the Ministry of Health have partnered to develop the food-based dietary guidelines to help us meet our nutritional needs, promote health, and prevent disease. Want to boost your health? Add more legumes and nuts to your daily meals. The FAO and the Ministry of Health recommend eating 3 servings every day. Before cooking, sort out any stones or spoiled beans. And remember, do not peel your beans. Cooking them thoroughly reduces any gas-producing effects. Roast or boil nuts well before enjoying them. They are packed with nutrients that support a healthy lifestyle. Make legumes and nuts a part of your daily diet for energy, health, and a balanced meal. Eat legumes and nuts daily. Follow the food-based dietary guidelines for a healthier Gambia.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. The historic town of Janjanbureh came alive with the rhythm, color, and culture as it hosted the 9th edition of the Janjanbureh Kankurang Festival with a 3-day celebration of tradition, identity, and community pride. Over the weekend, Loliam Kamara attended the event and filed this report.
This year's festival, from the 23rd to the 25th of January 2026, was held under the theme Unmasking Tradition, Celebrating Identity, to reflect on the deeper meaning of the Kankurang beyond the mask as a symbol of unity, discipline, protection, and moral values. Thousands of local and international visitors descended on the town once again for the festival, which was officially opened by the president of the Janjanbureh Kankurang Festival Organizing Committee, Mohammed Saidi Khan.
This festival also reflects our commitment to cultural tourism, youth empowerment, and community development. By celebrating our heritage, we create opportunities for learning, employment, and national pride. We are equally mindful of our responsibility to promote peace, safety, environmental cleanliness, and respect for cultural norms throughout the festivities.
Funded by the European Union in the Gambia under the Tourism and Creative Industries component, the festival promotes tourism and supports young people and the wider community. Moriba Jamjao, the representative of the district chief, acknowledges the efforts of young people and the community for successfully hosting this year's event. The governor of the Central River region, Usman Ba, also praised the festival as a powerful expression of Gambian identity, noting its role in preserving culture, strengthening tourism, and creating opportunities for youth, women, and creative entrepreneurs.
This year's program is both rich and diverse, from the taste of the Gambia culinary showcase to the official opening ceremony, cultural performance night, arts and crafts workshops, the Made in the Gambia trade fair, the cultural festival parade through Janjanbureh town, and the grand masquerade performances.
Tourists from different countries joined residents in dancing, photographing the masquerades, and tasting Gambian dishes during the Taste of the Gambia Culinary Showcase, positioning Janjambure as a growing cultural tourism destination. Here is Honorable Omar Jato Jammeh, the National Assembly member for Janjambure.
However, I just want to encourage partners once again that, as alluded by the chief of the community, we should look into fencing this very cultural side of the community.
On behalf of the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ministry's Deputy Permanent Secretary, Siaka Fadera, reaffirmed the government's commitment to using culture as a pillar of national unity and economic growth.
Our next challenge is ambitious and strategic, to work closely with partners and stakeholders to establish at least 3 international cultural festivals that elevate our arts and culture while enhancing tourism products, diversifying the Gambia's global cultural brand.
Enrica Pelakani, head of cooperation at the European Union in the Gambia, represented the EU at the event.
Through this program, the European Union is investing in initiatives that empower young people with skills and entrepreneurship opportunities, that strengthen creative industry through arts and craft, and promote sustainable tourism and preserve cultural heritage.
As drums faded into the night and masquerades danced in their various styles, Janjambure once again proved that culture is not only remembered, it is lived. For QTV News, Loliam Kamara.
Crime reports had emerged from communities, the tradition media and social media, highlighting growing security concerns seemingly in response. The Gambia Police Force media team is now providing regular updates of its work. Over the weekend, the GPF's anti-crime unit intensified weekend patrols across all regions to help curb crime and reassure the public. Jacqueline Coley tells us more.
Operations reported on saw a joint night patrol led by the Kankurang Municipality Regional Police Command across strategic locations. The operation is part of ongoing efforts to increase police visibility, deter criminal activities, and improve public safety through proactive and coordinated night patrols. During this weekend's patrol, police and anti-crime units arrested a 22-year-old for breaking in and stealing. According to Superintendent O.C. Kaur of the anti-crime unit, the suspect was identified when he fled upon seeing a police vehicle. The patrol team tracked him down and apprehended him. Authorities say the man confessed to stealing money from a shopkeeper. The shopkeeper was contacted after a phone number attached to the stolen money was found. Police emphasized that this case is just one of many they have handled during their recent night patrols. Kankurang Municipality's Police Commissioner Samba Jao explains that due these patrols, they made significant strides in controlling most serious crimes, while accepting that many challenges remain.
Because we are able to control most of the other serious crimes. But what we are experiencing here is because of we have a lot of bars and restaurants within the region, because we are very close to the tourism, development area. So most of the common, crimes we experience is assault causing actual bodily harm, assault causing grievous bodily harm, because most of these people do this thing unconscious because they are intoxicated.
Commissioner Jao expanded on the objectives of these patrols.
Because patrols, need to be planned. It's not about just doing them randomly. When you do them randomly, you don't achieve nothing. You can patrol 24/7 without achieving nothing. But we plan our patrols, we brief our men well to ensure that, the hideouts, the criminal hideouts are the ones that are targeted day and night to ensure that our patrols make an impact. And definitely they have made an impact because there is a drastic reduction of crime over the year.
He further emphasized that the police are engaging with communities daily and urges continued community involvement by cooperating and sharing information, as their main goal is to create safety for all residents of the Gambia. The police reaffirmed that the patrols would continue as they seek to make significant progress in cracking down on crimes across all regions. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jacqueline Goli.
Coming up next, we have international news. In Uganda today, President Yoweri Museveni presided over celebrations marking the 40th NRA-NRM Liberation Day, a national holiday that, while steeped in military triumph, is not to be confused with Uganda's Independence Day. More in this report by Adedarami.
The Kololo ceremonial grounds in Kampala, a site linked with Uganda's independence celebrations in 1962, were awash with fanfare as President Museveni, still basking in the glow of his 7th presidential election win, led a full day of events under the theme Tribute to the Patriots who ushered in a fundamental change. Liberation Day marks the moment in 1986 when Museveni's National Resistance Army seized the capital Kampala, overthrowing the military junta of Tito Okello after a 5-year guerrilla war. The victory effectively paved the way for Museveni's 4 decades-long grip on power, a reality that continues to shape Uganda's political landscape. Footage from today's ceremony shows elaborate military parades featuring the Uganda People's Defence Forces, the police, the prison service, and even the Wildlife Authority, all in a full display of state power and loyalty. In his address, President Museveni focused on socio-economic development and value addition, familiar themes in his long-running administration and in his recent election campaign. As this event was happening, Bobi Wine, Museveni's main challenger in the recent presidential election, was still in hiding after he challenged the validity of the electoral process and the result. However, while Museveni and his supporters hail the day as the birth of a stable Uganda, critics point out that it serves more as a celebration of the ruling party's dominance rather than a national unifying event. Today's commemoration, which is rich in spectacle and symbolism, underscores the enduring narrative of a ruling party that sees itself as being synonymous with the state. For QTV News, I am Ade Darami.
That's all we have for this news bulletin, but before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. His Excellency President Adama Barrow on Sunday attended the official opening ceremony of the 2026 legal year at the Law Courts Complex in Banjul. President Barrow, who is also the Secretary General and leader of the ruling National People's Party (NPP), last Saturday launched the NPP Success Women Enterprise Fund, aimed at strengthening women's economic participation within the NPP and its alliance partners. The Gambia Supreme Islamic Council today launched its 2026 Ramadan Food Drive initiative to ease food insecurity among the poor and vulnerable ahead of the holy month. The historic town of Janjanbureh came alive with the rhythm, color, and culture as it hosted the 9th edition of the Janjanbureh Kankurang Festival with a 3-day celebration of tradition, identity, and community pride over the weekend. In international news, today in Uganda, President Yoweri Museveni presided over celebrations marking the 40th NRA-NRM Liberation Day, a national holiday distinct from Uganda's Independence Day. That's all for this news bulletin. Join us again at 10 p.m. for another news bulletin. Thanks for watching.